You're listening to the Sanspants Network.
Hi, Dad. Welcome to this week's episode of Baseless Speculation, or the pop culture news and the research so you don't have to. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Joel.
Now, boys, what do we think is going to happen for the first ever Spider-Man 4?
They're going to make it happen.
I remembered that this is filmed, and I removed one word from that sentence that I said. You're welcome, YouTube. So hey, guess what? Spider-Man 4, it's confirmed.
Yeah, first ever.
Mm-hmm. We did the trilogy, and then they're like, what if another?
Yeah.
What if we do another trilogy? Oh no, this one fell over
So
before the
duology
third
is just
one.
two movies.
And now we've got 3, and they're doing a 4. And it's got a release date of
Huge.
July 24, 2026.
Yeah.
Which means it's releasing in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So for people out there, straight off the bat, looking for a ground level Spider-Man movie, I am sorry to report that
This is not that.
think it's going to be
No
this.
way.
So it's between Doomsday and Secret. No, it might. I think in the last, the very last, either post credits or maybe the last, I don't want to say third, but it's kind of just like a shimmering light happens and Spidey chuffs off the battle world where he goes and touches a black goo.
Yeah.
And the last thing we get in that moment is him being like, "Buh," as the black suit gets onto him, and then we see Tom Holland, the black suit Spidey, in Secret Wars.
So
You don't think he's going to be in Doomsday?
I don't.
I believe
think-
that he is rumored to be the lead in Doomsday.
No, but as in, I don't think we're going to get,
So you think we're going to get Secret Wars?
No, Doomsday first.
Doomsday, where he gets the black Spider-Man suit.
No, I think he's going to get the black Spider-Man suit
In this?
in the end of Spidey 4
Okay.
and at the start of, so he's there for Secret Wars. Or flip that, where we're going to get it at the end of Doomsday,
Yeah.
and then the Spidey 4 is all about the black suit.
But it's grounded.
Yeah.
Initially,
So
I
he
was
comes
like,
back from
okay.
space.
Okay. I guess we have some caveats.
Okay.
So if it is Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, where he gets the post credits where he gets the black suit, and then the black suit is for Secret Invasion, that's going to be grounded. But if it's Doomsday and the post credits of Doomsday is where, or is it called Doomsday? Can they do that?
Yeah, it's Doomsday,
Is it
dude.
Doomsday? As in Superman's arch nemesis, who now apparently evolved so hard he became Master of Time or whatever? Doomsday?
Yeah, I
Okay.
suppose. Maybe it's Doomsday with a space between, so they can get away with it. I don't know.
So
I don't know,
it's-
dude.
It's the day of Doom.
Well, I think it is.
Celebratory.
It's the day of Doom because
that's
he's
nice.
come to battle to Secret World or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, right, if it happens where it's like in the Doomsday where he gets the black suit, then that's not going to be a grounded movie.
No
That'll
way
be
in
just-
hell.
That'll be Spidey dealing with
Yeah.
the black suit and whatever the hell is happening with the incursions.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
okay,
Alright.
I need you to.
Spidey 4.
I need you
Doomsday's
to.
happening.
Yeah.
They're talking about Doomsday. Okay, incursions are bullshit happening. Incursions being when one Earth is colliding with the other Earth, right? He's trying to stop
Wow.
that. Doom's trying to stop that.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man, whatever. Spidey 4 is going to be, let's see here. Come on, brain, think.
Grounded Spider-Man.
So it's going to be a
Will
hard
thi-
cut
will
where
this-
maybe the
will-
incursion happened or
will
something
this-
happened or about to happen,
Yeah.
and then we got just Spider-Man around. No one knows who he is, and he's got the black suit, and he's just like trying to figure it out. And that's when another the towards the middle another incursion happens.
in your grounded Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, it starts grounded because that Spider we're following is not
don't
the
think
Spidey
if it-
from Doomsday. No.
I don't think you
I've
can
lost
start the movie grounded and then immediately have it not grounded and then claim it's a grounded Spider-Man
I've
movie.
lost
Yeah,
steam.
I think the only way to do it would be if
It's only the only way it works is if Doomsday isn't actually a massive movie, like as in if it's mostly the introduction of Doom.
Yeah.
But Doom does appear in Fantastic Four. So it's not going to be
But
the
if
introduction of
it's
Doom.
like Doom arrives
And
I
presents
don't know why
itself
we're
as a
trying
threat.
to make it a crowded movie. It's not gonna be.
No, it really ain't.
It's
You also
absolutely-
don't follow up a $2 billion movie with a grounded movie.
No, it's gonna be No Way Home too.
Yeah,
Absolutely, it'll be No Way Home because that's also what Sony's been clamoring for this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
They're
glad
gonna
you
have
brought
a lot
up-
of Spideys, I think.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 4 Spideys.
Well, I'm glad you've brought up Sony because
Cool, babe.
we're recording this on the Monday after the release of Venom 3 or Venom The Last Dance. And now for the next couple of moments, there will be spoilers of Venom The Last Dance. Venom, at the conclusion of the film, is killed. Eddie Brock,
Rip, dude.
Eddie Brock alive, Venom dead, has to sacrifice himself to destroy some guy.
Yeah. Sure.
And then, because Venom is dead, Null, in the mid-credit scene, which is also the only scene of the movie he's in, pops up and is like, without Venom and Eddie teamed up, the universe is no longer safe from me.
Yeah.
Null.
Now I get my codex or whatever.
Yeah. But then, in the post-credit scene, Venom's alive.
Oh, okay.
Doing what?
He's a cockroach.
Oh.
So they've got a little bit of Venom symbiote in a jar.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, there's also a Venom cockroach. And then you see that jar broken.
And then
There's a cockroach goes across.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
Venom's still alive.
Okay.
Venom's a cockroach.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then he'll just go back to Eddie, presumably.
Yes.
Do you reckon, like,
So
how-
there was a lot of speculation that
Yeah.
this was going to set up an obvious tie-in to Spider-Man 4, and that is not the case.
So do you reckon, like, how when, say, Eddie Brock in the comics got the Venom suit or the symbiote off, say, Peter Parker, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and he got the big, like, spider, like, emblem, do you reckon that next time that Venom goes back to Eddie, he's going to get cockroach powers?
No. I think that he will look exactly the same, and I think...
ripped off.
Bullshit.
So Null, I guess, might be in Spider-Man 4, but I also don't think they're going to do that.
That would be
because-
crazy after Doomsday to introduce a second gigantic bad guy.
But Galactus is in Fantastic Four, which is the movie before Doomsday.
Well,
Maybe
no,
every movie's just got the biggest guy imaginable in it now.
Yeah.
I guess no, but you can kind of imagine that working where Galactus is the main villain, but at the end of the movie, Doom has been set up, by that. Like
think-
if at the end of of Fantastic Four first steps,
Yeah.
Doom's like, and now I got the ultimate freaking nullifier.
Dude,
From
Doom should not
Galactus's
fucking
house.
have that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, it's going to be like, they set up Galactus. Galactus stop eating things, but then they make him stop eating things. And then Doom's like, you idiots, him eating things will stop and die
Oh, that's
incursions.
true, that's true.
Why you got to do that for? Now it's up to me, Doom, to eat worlds. Nom, 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 nom.
I think that we shouldn't ever be in charge of making movies, but we're really good at being like, this is a bad idea.
Yes,
Yes.
we know what not to do.
Yeah.
But then when asked to do what they should do, we pitch
Doom
bad.
eats the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, this is me pitching, I think, what they're going to do. I reckon they're going to be like...
You think Doom's gonna eat the
well,
world?
No, he's going to destroy the world.
okay.
I was being facetious.
I see, excuse me.
So, yes, Galactus in Fantastic Four is like, they're going to probably stop him eating Earth.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we did it. But then it's going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Him eating it was actually
good. We want
for
that.
the multiverse as opposed to this universe because we're realizing that the incursions are happening on Earth.
Yeah,
these
okay.
planets. And when Galactus doesn't eat them, oh no, a whole universe or two universes collapse. This is bad. And Doom is like, yeah, well then you leave it up to me to now
I'll
I
fix
have
it.
to do the thing that you guys are, you're too cowardly. Or
Okay.
Or they stop Galactus eating it, and then Doom, like a big portal or whatever, then Doom pops in and is like, right, we got to
Yeah.
destroy this Earth, because if not, oh, there you go. Yeah, we got to destroy this Earth, because if not, incursion. Then the Fantastic Four, who are like, well, we can leave.
Yeah.
They chuff off
Destroy
into whatever,
away.
back
I've,
into Doom's universe.
I got a
or
couple
whatever.
of little bits of information that
Yeah.
will help you because this is, like when someone's wildly speculating and then you
Yeah.
see something, you're like, oh, this will help him.
Yeah.
That keeps happening every time you go on a tangent. I click on one page and it's like, oh, this will help Joel Zammit.
cool.
I can't interrupt. He's doing his own thing.
He's down his little mind palace.
Yeah.
It's all walls.
So we're getting to the point now where, because to tie it back into the Venom thing before, we found out that Null, even when Null appeared in a Venom trailer,
Yeah.
it was pretty much confirmed before the movie even came out that was a post-credit scene. And it's happened again with Fantastic Four. Robert Downey Jr. is expected to appear as Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom, in a post-credit scene. Why are we doing this?
Okay.
Put it in the fucking movie.
Well, because
There's one fuck, two fuck, three fuck. Sorry, YouTube.
It's past the first 5 minutes. We're fine.
You can go crazy.
I just can't say the other one. I keep getting yelled at for that.
Yeah, so
Another cool thing, Jackson. I think this part I think you'll like.
Yeah.
Producer, this is Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Producer Kevin Feige shared a clip of Galactus from the video game Fortnite Battle Royale with the
like
crew as a reference for how he wanted the character to be depicted in the film. Galactus in Fortnite is a big head that, like, it's the comic book style Galactus.
He's got the big crown.
The big crown, but his head's been blowed up and is just in the ocean with smoke coming out of it.
Give me blowed up Galactus.
But
Kevin Feige,
We have a big
2024.
guy in the ocean.
In Fortnite, Doom killed Galactus, though.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but he's going to appear in a post-credit scene. So
I killed you.
You know who killed Galactus? Me. Well, what I keep thinking is, and correct me if I'm wrong, in the comics, the reason Galactus eats the planets is because he's eating the celestial babies.
Yeah, he's kind of. I'm pretty sure, isn't it to do with like a population control of the Celestials?
Yeah, but in the MCU,
Yes.
the babies are rock.
Yes.
That's like eating your hamburger, but it's of stone in the shape of a hamburger.
Because the Fantastic Four is happening in an alternate universe, right?
Yes, yeah, but I mean,
So that means their baby isn't a rock.
That's
their
true.
baby's still there.
There's no celestial,
Kingo being
no
like, I'm
Kingo,
out.
no Kingo. That's what happens to a planet. You know, when an MF has no Kingo, this is what happens.
Well, according to Marvel.com,
Yes.
who is Galactus, the official Marvel guide?
I'm just reading that. It's very funny. That's very good.
Why does Galactus eat planets? Like any living being, Galactus consumes because he is hungry. Given the enormous power of, given the
Sometimes
enormous
as simple as
amount
that.
of power cosmic coursing through his being, he must satiate himself with vast quantities of energy, hence devouring of entire planets and their life energy.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's the best motivation a villain's ever
Hungry.
had. Him
Hungry.
hungry.
Yeah.
him hungry.
Blob got the same thing, I think. Like the Hammer movie monster, not the guy.
Makes sense. Well,
Anyway, back to Spider-Man 4, the grounded MCU movie that everyone's wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it will be grounded.
No, I think you're probably right.
I'm guessing they're going to use... So we got some symbiote at the end of Venom 2? Or is it in No Way Home? No, it's at the end of No Way Home.
Yeah,
There's a
when
bit of
the
symbiote in the
it's in the MCU, yeah.
You've got Null now being like, what up? I'm here to end the world because Venom ain't real now.
Yeah.
Even though he is. And he should be able to sense that. Anyway, then you're going to have this following Doomsday. I'm guessing Black Suit is introduced in this.
Yeah.
But also they'll use it to probably bring in the other two Spider-Men for Secret Wars.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's really funny. So I was reading...
Zendaya hasn't signed on yet either,
Yeah.
so it'd be funny if we do it without MJ. Like if we're just like, MJ and Ned, don't worry about him anymore.
Yeah.
They might do that, but it seems crazy to do, especially because cashing in on Zendaya and Tom Holland's real-life romantic relationship is the type of thing that gets people talking and therefore makes money.
Plus, dude, people are clamoring for more Ned.
Yeah.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard now.
Wizard. How's the Hobgoblin going to become a wizard?
Oh, the Hobgoblin. That's so funny. That, like, Ned, you know, obviously it's very subtle, but, like, he does occasionally dress in colors that are reminiscent of the Hobgoblin, the villain that his character turns into in some of the comics. But, like, who would care? Like, in, say, a theoretical Spider-Man 5, after Doomsday and Secret Wars, and they're like, the villain of this one? Ned.
You know, when friends become enemies.
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal. He's gonna.
Yeah, he's always been.
I would love to see Ned get Goblin Madness.
Oh, me too, dude. Goblin Madness is awesome.
So
Come for us all.
Spider-Man 4, it's directed by the Shang-Chi director, Destin Daniel Cretton. Development starts in mid-2025. That doesn't seem long enough to me to make a movie, but I might just be stupid. Tom Holland said that the script needs work, but is also done.
Okay.
But then he also...
Don't say that.
But then,
Shut up, Tom.
Tom,
buddy.
but then he also said that the script really lit a fire in me, which is funny to say about a movie script you also have just said it's not good.
Yeah.
Zendaya and Tom Holland also apparently read it, got excited, and were jumping up and down in their house together.
Okay.
But Zendaya hasn't signed on. So
She's just really happy
is
for him.
Tom Holland just out here saying shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, he is.
Okay. what would get them
Jumping up and down.
at least saying that. Black suit, right? Got to be the symbiote.
Absolutely.
Gotta be.
That's the only
That's
thing.
the only thing that, like,
and
if
the
you're-
Norman. Those are the two things that Spider-Man hasn't done yet.
Green Goblin and Black Suit. I saw a really interesting thing the other day where they were talking about the initial run of Venom and introducing Venom.
Yep.
And they were like, why Venom really works as a supervillain or as a foil, say, for Spider-Man, is that Peter Parker, before he got the Spider-Man powers, he was weak, he was nerdy, and Flash Thompson, his bully, was physically more powerful than
Is
him.
Eddie Brock or Flash Thompson Venom?
Just Venom.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But Spider-Man's bully as
Yes.
Flash Thompson when he was just Peter Parker was a guy who was physically more powerful than him, more cool than him, had, complete control over him, basically.
Yeah.
He was his bully.
Yes.
But then Peter Parker gets Spider-Man powers and he's no longer this weak, nerdy, loser. And he's fighting the Green Goblin, whatever. But then Venom's introduced. Venom, who is physically more powerful than him, doesn't affect his Spidey sense, Spider-Man can't defeat him. And all of a sudden, Peter Parker is reduced back to him at his lowest point.
Okay, yeah.
Peter Parker, who has been elevated by Spider-Man, as Spider-Man is reduced back to Peter Parker.
Yep.
Very interesting dynamic. Very cool. Very clever.
That's very cool.
The Venom that we get in the MCU.
Eddie!
Well, that's not in the MCU, Jackson. That's in the Sonyverse.
Which is part of the multiverse, which we've learned. Also, Venom goes to a casino in The Last Dance, and that's good.
That's really cool.
I don't know. Okay. I know that Mrs. Chen's there, though. I'm
that's
sure
nice.
she wins big.
That's good to hear.
What happens to the horse? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't know. We'll go out. We'll have to be the difference between the $175 million it has made so far and the $200 million that Joker made.
Yeah. We'll have to make that up.
By going to see Venom.
It's $60 Australian. From these boys.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome. But anyway, I just think it's very funny. And I think the MCU, this is just a problem it has where when it introduces characters from other dimensions, it introduces them without any of the backstory and build-up that makes that dynamic interesting.
Although to have like that Venom, like, say the MCU Venom, if you introduce that, but to kind of be like the Flash Thompson of
like
the MCU, which was calling,
Penis Parker. Yeah.
Is I don't know how you make that a monster.
Well, because they really, I mean, it's been a while since I've watched Homecoming, but Peter Parker's not like a loser, right? He's just kind of like a kind of...
He's a bit of an. Is he presented as an outcast somewhat? Because
even
he's in the
remember.
debate.
He's awkward.
Is it the little the Math Olympics? Is that what he's doing?
No, that's Mean Girls you're thinking of.
What's he? Is he in the debate squad?
He's got to
What's
go to
the group that him and MJ and Flash are all in.
He goes to a party at one point as Spider-Man, or he's Spider-Man's to
Aren't
the
they
party.
in, like
Academic decathlon.
there we go. Kind of like a Math Olympics.
Yeah, same thing, dude.
So the academic decathlon. He's in that, and he's kind of like Penis Parker, but Flash Thompson is also in the
absolutely
same, group there.
Yeah.
So there's none of that weird jock v nerd.
No. It's not there at all.
Which kind of miss from those.
You need the
80s
jock
films,
v nerd, dude. Bring it back.
They need to bring back Liz. Maybe they'll get him back with Liz from the first movie.
Wow, that was a cool dynamic.
Yeah.
I am dating the daughter of Vulture. What a good.
man,
did they
Homecoming
do
was
anything? No.
No, and then it's like, we got Liz and we got Michelle.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they're like, don't call me Michelle. Call
me
me
MJ.
MJ.
Oh my god.
Has MCU having their cake and eating it too?
Well, then do we
Michelle
think
Jones Watson.
Michelle Joker? Do we think then that Spider-Man 4, the villain, is going to be Venom? Is that what we're saying? Or the Venom symbiote?
No, it'll be if they're gonna.
It'll be Ned?
It'll be Null and probably Norman.
I don't think it'll be Null.
I don't think it's going to be Null.
I reckon Null's going to be, don't worry about it. Because I think that's just Sony being like,
what if we could introduce a guy?
No, but okay.
I know,
there is like a little bit of stuff going on here.
Damn.
So Tom Holland had to recently, and this negotiation was a lot less public than last time. Tom Holland's contract was up.
Okay.
Which means that he'd go back to Sony.
Okay.
So Sony had to sign another deal with Marvel recently. which is where you got the Marvel being like, you can't make superhero movies for less than $75 million anymore. Because
Stop making
right.
Drac.
Yeah.
Isn't it the one where it's like, and also if you release a movie, say like Craven, we can also release a Craven movie within 2 months or something like that.
It has to be after 2 months, but
Yeah.
it can't be the same character. It can be the same the same character, but not the same actor.
Yes,
Yeah.
So they could
Which is
theoretically
so
release
funny.
MCU Craven.
Yeah.
They could, or they could be like, all right, this week, Madam Web but Good is coming out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's MCU. Like if like Marvel was like, hey, we're really on the slate, we got Madam Web, but good.
Fuck.
Nothing but respect.
Oh, even if they were just like 2026 Madam Web, you'd be like, what is that movie?
Madam Web, but good.
Well, yeah,
that
of
needs
course.
to be the title.
Yeah. What would that look like? An MCU version of Madam Web, I think, would be far less interesting. I'll say it right now. Because it would just be normal bad. Not crazy bad, you know?
No, I reckon again, it all comes down to whoever's writing and directing.
Well,
you know?
that's true. That's
So,
true. That's true. I can't imagine them bringing Null in simply because it would just feel so strange to have Doomsday, which is presumably going to be it's like an Avengers movie, so it's going to be huge. It's going to be an Avengers level threat or whatever. That presumably, if you're saying Spider-Man is like, or Tom Holland's taking the lead on that one, it's going to be a big event, and then no matter what, Spider-Man 4 is going to be smaller than that. So if you have Null as the villain again, it's like it's the same thing. It feels
Okay,
too much.
Here's my theory.
Yeah.
This is going to work sort of like how Captain Marvel worked in between Endgame and Infinity War, except probably more so in the sense of it's going to be like a secret trilogy, basically.
Oh, okay.
I think that Doomsday will actually probably be a bit smaller than we think it's going to be, but Robert, it'll be just about Doom, so people will like it, like how Infinity War had a lot of Thanos stuff.
Okay.
And it'll probably not be the whole Avengers team coming back together. It'll be like 5 guys or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when Spider-Man rolls around the next one, it'll be dealing with some of the stuff from that. Not a direct continuation, but maybe it'll be obvious that the movies are kind of happening at the same time.
Yeah.
And then it won't seem like a huge step down if Spider-Man features Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, because they're still fucking guys. We're like,
Yeah.
and then especially if you're throwing in like a Charlie Cox and a fucking Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
People will be like, whoa, shit!
Well,
I'm jacking off my dick in the cinema.
yeah, dude, I'm tugging my nuts.
Dude,
my
I'm
God.
joking. I'm joking.
Is that Topher Grace?
Oh, into the Venomverse, dude. They could.
Oh, they could. I'm trying to so we get so Fantastic Four's up first, right? That'll introduce us to Doom and all of that. I do, because isn't it rumored? I don't know if we discussed this, but isn't it rumored that like the Fantastic Four of that universe that we are seeing are actually not native to that universe?
Oh, I don't know.
And so it's kind of like they are there, they're the heroes. It's this kind of like futuristic world, whatever. But they're like, we're these big bombastic, heroes of this world. But they are all secretly. I wish we were back in our universe.
I'd not heard that, but that's cool.
Like I've heard that somewhere. And so then like, even though they're like, we're protectors of this world, we kind of miss where we came from and we miss our family, even though, like, this is good and all. We've made the best of the situation. But, if there was an exit, if there was a way out, that'd be great. So I still think, like, that, if that's the case, maybe then there's the whole, like, Galactus is there. They use that to kind of jump and ship and go whatever. Then we introduce the Doom. We get then Doomsday, which is maybe to do with the whole, like, even though they're in the background, we're getting multiverse shit.
Yeah.
We really only focus on the MCU stuff. And then it ends with either the Spidey getting the black suit or like Tom Holland getting the black suit, which then will link into Spider-Man 4, which is now like, there's now multiple verses happening. We're actually seeing all those different universes and we're seeing like Spider-Man in those places. And then it's just Spidey doing Spidey shit. And then whatever
Kind of like a Spider-Verse movie, basically. Yeah, okay.
And then that will then lead into, of course, Secret Invasion.
So
maybe my like broad strokes.
I think Null is going to pop up because the new deal that they signed kind of removed the walls of the universes, basically. Allegedly. Which meant that Venom could appear in MCU stuff. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man could be the Spider-Man in the Sony thing, but I'm imagining that that's got way more. But then also, like, Marvel, the Spider-Man movies were a 50-50 split with Marvel and Sony, so maybe Marvel don't care if they just put Tom Holland in Drek.
But would that not damage, because isn't part of this new contract, they're like, we don't want to damage the brand of Spider-Man. And would not having Tom Holland appear in Madam Web 2 in some way damage the brand of Spider-Man in a very obvious way?
But if they have Tom Holland, does Madam Web happen?
Well, that's a good point, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can actually use Spider-Man as opposed to just like whatever else they're doing.
Yeah.
But then also, why haven't they just used a different Spider-Man?
Yeah, well, maybe because they've been waiting the whole time to get Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I don't know, just any guy is
Pick
new
a guy.
Spider-Man.
Pick a guy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
What's his
4.
name? Aaron Eckhart.
I
started at the top of the list of actors in my brain Rolodex. Double A, baby.
Isn't it AA?
No, AA.
Is he Aaron Eckhart?
No, Aaron. A-A-R-O-N.
Oh, I see, like, oh, fuck. Okay.
What? Yeah, like the traditional spelling of Aaron.
Okay. Is that, I don't know if that's traditional.
What do you mean?
What about A-R-O-N?
That's not traditional.
That seems like the most obvious.
Aaron.
Aaron is a
Double A.
biblical name.
Yeah.
Double A?
Spelled with a double A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that.
Aaron spelled with
A-R-O-N.
Aaron.
That's how I would do it, dude.
yeah, but that's like it's a name. But I think
Yeah.
It's
It's an alternate spelling of Aaron.
it's not. It's
I mean, mountaineer or mount of strength.
yeah, but look. It's an alternate spelling of Aaron with two A's, which is a prominent biblical figure in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
What's the other A doing?
Just, I don't know, making it elongated. It was probably,
You think back in the day they were saying, hey, Aaron?
no, I think back in the day it was something like
Aaron.
completely different, like, in terms of like pronunciation. Because I'm guessing like,
I think that's a wasted A. That's just my feeling.
Is this
Fair
the
enough.
first time you've ever clocked that Aaron is spelled with two A's?
No, I know that.
Do you got friends called Aaron?
I know there's a 2A Aaron, okay?
Yeah.
I just thought that the most basic Aaron would be the,
One A? Wrong.
the Aaron that everything else would come from. But that's okay.
no, I think like you think like AA would be like, where that comes from. And then like,
Why
you
would I
shorten
think that?
it. Because why would you make a name longer?
If I was spelling Aaron, this is how I'd spell it. A-R-O-N.
Yeah. But like, why would you add an extra A?
I don't know.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying.
why they did that.
So you
because
start
it's
off
the
with the
name.
extra A,
Yeah.
then you're gonna shorten it.
I'm coming up with the name
Joel
Aaron.
could probably be spelled J-O-L.
It really could be. It
should be.
Yeah.
But it's a biblical name, so
Exactly.
they haven't changed
Well,
it.
yeah, exactly.
But if
But-
someone rolls around
Yeah.
with Joel J-O-L,
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh, hello,
Joel.
Joel.
but you're like, you think that would be? You're like, oh,
No,
that's
I'm just thinking
that's how
that-
it sounds
Also,
in my head.
like the j sound is like kind of newer than
Yeah.
It used to be like a y sound, right?
Yo.
It used to be called yo.
I'm
right?
just thinking, okay, I'm imagining I'm in
what
Bible
about
times.
G-O-L? Is that how we should be saying Joel?
Gol.
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 Yeah.
Gol Zammit.
But like,
Gol
well, it's the same
Duscher.
thing with like Sean.
No, see,
there's
I mean-
way too many ways to spell it.
I agree.
and I'm against them all.
I agree. Sean should be. How would you? This is.
Your name's Jackson, son of jackass motherfucker out here trying to
Yeah.
make fun of Aaron for two
I
A's.
should have an
Sean.
X. I should have an X.
What are you saying?
Jaxon.
Yeah, that would be the ideal way to spell my name.
Okay, so Sean, I reckon.
How are you spelling Sean? What's the
default Sean?
basic Sean?
See, I don't like the SEAN.
Okay.
Like I think that's the Irish way.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause to me, it looks like scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you
I'm not
do
into it
go
either.
away.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean, I think it is a H.
Okay.
So
But then it looks like
S-H-A-U-N.
Shahoon. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess SHAUN.
Okay. Okay.
It's to
I feel
me
like
how you'd spell
to
Sean.
me that's the most basic Sean too.
Yeah.
SHAUN.
But it
Or
does-
SHAWN could be too.
Why
Why can that one be two?
Well, I prefer Sean.
No, Sean. If I'm gonna be phonetic,
Yeah.
SHAWN. There
yeah.
we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean.
That's probably the best way to do it.
Because again, the U there makes me think it is now Shaun.
Shaun.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Shaun.
Like, we've gone from two different... You got Jacksoned real hard there, Zammit,
Yeah.
because your argument was if a name's spelt kind of...
Like longer.
Or like
Then we, like, there's
weirder, like again,
deviation.
Sean spelled
Yeah.
SEAN is similar to how Aaron has two A's, but
Yeah.
then Jackson twisted you around and you were trying to make the most basic spelling.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
you're team AORN.
Well, no, I'm kind of like because he was thinking that the ARON was where the originator was. I'm saying that's like you start complicated and work your way down.
Yeah.
But I'm also then now moved on from that argument, being like, well, yeah, let's get rid of them and let's have like standards here. So get rid of Shaun, let's get rid of C, and let's have just Sean. Sean.
Because
Everyone should just be called
Yeah.
That sounds like it would get confusing.
Just yeah, but it's simple. Just everyone's called A.
Hey,
Just
everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Basis Speculation. I'm up, and I'm up.
And everyone's like listening at home. They're like, "This is relatable because my name's as well."
That's great.
We don't need names anymore.
I
As a
agree.
society, we've evolved past
I
it.
just think if I'm in biblical
We're
times.
not like heaps of names.
Okay.
now. It should be one.
Just
How many names do you really need?
No, yeah, but I mean, like even personally, like I got first name, middle name, last name.
40.
Fuck that.
40 basic names?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, that's plenty.
Ba, da,
G, D, J, K,
yeah.
L.
And it's just one letter. But then that's only 26.
Yeah. What would you call yourself? You could pick any of it from the alphabet. I think I'd like to be Ga.
I reckon B.
B.
Yeah.
Ga.
Okay, so is ba just B?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then wouldn't it be B?
B.
Yeah, but we always say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ga.
What about
Because if,
B-U? Buh.
This is how names start.
Yeah, see? Because if is A,
Yeah,
well, it's
that's
not.
true,
It's
that's
like
true,
A,
that's true.
UGH
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. So
then
what?
if-
No,
then,
it's
yeah.
just that. Yeah,
I need like a B.
I'm walking.
which is
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Just, so yeah, it's just a letter B for your name now. Buh.
And yeah.
I reckon I'll be. Whoa.
Wha-
Whoa.
wha. Can you do this is a crazy sentence.
Uh huh.
So obviously you say wha. Really what you're saying is W-U-H. Can you just do W?
Whoa.
Wha.
Hey, I'm.
No,
Nice to meet you.
You can't. No.
You can't just do W.
No, you can. You just can't. So, because you can't go up at the end. Because if you go whoa,
Wha.
it just whoa. Whoa.
Wha.
This is a good pop culture podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of like Spider-Man 4. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Who cares? Let's get rid of names.
Yeah, they go to a
Tom Holland will
universe
just be
where Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm mild mannered.
Yeah. Exactly. And then
Oh
we've
my
got
God.
super scientist and his wife.
Hello, I'm J, and I love you.
We fixed
Oh no!
movies.
Oh god! No, it's. Oh, you thought he was simply just. Now he's. Thanks for that syrup.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's better this way.
Yeah, I think I agree, dude. Couldn't agree more about this. Fuck.
This is unrelated to Spider-Man 4, but there's two things that are currently burning me up alive. I
Okay.
need to bring them up, and I feel like baseless speculation is a great time to do it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's quickly baselessly speculate on this.
Okay.
Has Box Office Mojo on the 28th of October been hacked so that Kung Fu Panda 4 has grossed $8 billion? Or was it an overnight success?
I reckon success.
I think people really finally they saw what that movie was worth.
Let's see
Kung
if
Fu Panda 4.
Let's see if Kung Fu Panda 4, if whoever has hacked it has put in the
Stuff to
hard
the
yards
Wikipedia
and
page,
also
yeah. Kung Fu Panda 4. Kung Fu Panda 4.
yeah. Kung Fu
I
Panda
felt like
4.
I said it wrong.
Yeah, well
Kung Fu-
here,
Okay. Kuffa puffa. Dude, I like kuffa puffa.
Yeah. I prefer cup of a fair.
Kuffa pa and then the kuffa butter. Kuffa butter. Kuffa puffa.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do kuffa puffa.
I'd be really excited for that.
Yeah, really. They really hit new grounds in cup of a fur. I can't wait to see what they do in cup of a fur.
It's gonna be really good, dude. Gonna be really good. I heard that kuffa puffa.
Yeah.
That people were like, it's really doesn't get what Kung Fu Panda is all about. So I didn't.
Oh, well, maybe that's the secret to success.
Not
The other
to
Kung Fu Panda
understand.
sucks, dude. You got to do it good.
So no, they haven't updated the Wikipedia. So it turns out that no, it actually only made $500 million worldwide. Not
That's disappointing.
not
Amazing.
8.7
I'd be happy
billion.
with it.
Yeah.
Far out.
Also, another thing that I wanted to address last week, and unfortunately, I couldn't find a natural way to tie in, so I'm just cramming it in
Nice.
The afterlife isn't real. We had that confirmed to us by famous actor
This is
Al
huge
Pacino. So basically, it's come out recently in 2020. He got COVID so bad that made him so dehydrated that he briefly died.
Yeah.
His quote, "I was sitting there at my house and I was gone, like that." He also was snapping his fingers when he was like that.
That's awesome.
I didn't
That's
have a
so
pulse.
awesome.
In a matter of minutes, I guess, or whatever it took, they were there, he added. I had about 6 paramedics in that living room, and there was 2 doctors, and they had these outfits that looked like they were from outer space or something. When he regained consciousness, he recalled, "It was kind of shocking to open your eyes and to see that. I opened my eyes and everyone was around me. That's the first time that's ever happened." He said that he then said that the first thing he heard was one of the medical practitioners saying, "He's back. He's here." The Oscar winner then told the New York Times that he didn't see a white light or anything, and there's nothing there after death.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
that's really cool.
And then, he paused, and apparently he experienced some existential reflection. And then he said, as Hamlet says, "To be or not to be, the undiscovered country from who'st born, no traveler returns." And then he said 2 words, "No more." It was no more. You're gone. I'd never thought about that in all my life. And then they were like, "Whoa,
That's huge.
Al Pacino, the afterlife's not real, and you died, and now you're alive again. Did that brush with death change how you live?" And he replied, "Not at all."
Fuck, man. Well, damn. That's a real bummer.
Yeah.
But people expecting an afterlife, like a heaven
Al
or
Pacino's
something.
been there. There's nothing.
There's nothing, dude. You die, that's it. Lights out.
Yeah. See, to me, if you want to look at the optimistic way of this, and if
Yeah.
you still want to believe in an afterlife, I was like, well, of course you didn't see an afterlife because, well, you're alive still.
Oh, that's true.
You
You didn't die.
Which is kind of very funny because Al Pacino's experience of life, or like the lack of there being anything after death, is 100% the same as, have you ever read a wonderful comic book by Mark Millar called Wanted? Mr. Rictus, I believe, or Rictus, whatever the villain is, the main villain. It's why he went villain mode. He was like, I died briefly and there's nothing there, so now I'm going to kill everybody.
Well, we're lucky that Al Pacino just came back and was like, I'm not going to change the way I live.
Yeah, Al Pacino was just like, who cares? And then he had a kid 3 years after that.
That's crazy. I mean, like right now, I'm not necessarily expecting an afterlife, you know?
Yeah.
So if I found
But would it bother you if at age 81 you died briefly and were resuscitated?
I think it would bother me. Because I would be like, I'm not expecting... So here's the thing, fellas. I'm not expecting an afterlife. But I wouldn't mind one. You know?
What if it's good?
I'm not saying no. If I die and there's the pearly gates of heaven, I'm not going to be like, well, you know, I'm going to enjoy it. You know, but I don't expect one. But to find out there wasn't one as a guarantee, be a bit of a bummer. But I don't know. What are you going to do? How are you going to change your life? You know?
I mean, you're 81. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, does this calm you a little bit? Because this is what he said to the
Spend more
reporter.
time with his, infant child?
You're here. You're not. I thought, wow, you don't even have your memories. You have nothing. Strange porridge.
strange porridge.
Strange porridge.
Strange porridge. It is a strange porridge, Al Pacino. You're very correct on that, actually. Strangest porridge that there could be.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no afterlife. Crazy.
Then,
Yeah.
you're gone. I never thought about it in my life. But then he did say, oh, no, you know what? Maybe it did change me because now I'm starring in a movie adaptation of King Lear. So maybe the experience had a metaphysical effect.
All right.
Okay, whatever, man.
Well,
Al Pacino rocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just look at all the bad things he's done.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, we're very sorry you died briefly, but
Sorry,
thank you for the,
Apacha.
I guess the,
Yeah.
Oh, you give 2 syllables.
Apacha.
Apacha.
I
Oh,
keep
he's
getting-
famous, so you're allowed an extra syllable.
See, I keep getting closer just making names again.
See, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
I got to be really careful. He should just be
Yeah. Oh, Alpa.
Alpa.
Alpa. See,
But you're giving him a surname.
Yeah, good point.
Should be You're not Jazza.
Jada.
Jada. Jada.
Jada sounds heaps like chowder.
Yeah.
Jada.
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 What's that from?
That's a strange porridge, or chowder.
Yeah.
Simpsons. Okay.
Maybe I should rebrand as one of those guys that just relates to everyone by just quoting The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And doesn't really have their own sense of humor. They just say Simpsons quotes.
Say one at me right now. Let's see how it works.
Don't have a cow, man.
You picked such a basic one.
Come on.
Yeah.
Try a little harder, dude.
Yeah.
Try a little freaking harder in this life.
They should call the book Johnny Deformed.
Okay. You have related to me. It's worked.
How was that for a more obscure reference?
I liked it. It was good. It's a good line. It was funny.
All for Silas? All for Silas.
Oh, that's good too.
We do.
Less obscure.
That's obscure. Not really what you call a quote, but still good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Come
Bart.
You say bought or bought? Both are acceptable.
Bart. Bought. Come
Bought.
on, it's bought, my boy. There's the number plate for you or whatever.
Yeah, it's about right.
Close enough. I think you've got a bright future in this career, dude.
Yeah.
There's a guy who says Simpsons quotes quite wrong.
All right, so I guess, yes.
Back to
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
4.
4.
So, do we think any of it is going to be grounded? Or is it going to be a continuation
No.
of
It's
what we're
gonna
seeing in, like, the Secret Invasion? And do you think it's going to be the introduction of the black Spidey suit? Or is it going to be, like, say, we're going to get, Tobey Maguire and Andy Garfield never actually went black
No.
Suit? No, he never did.
He's also never fought aliens, which was a plot point in the first.
Yeah.
No, in No Way Home.
Okay.
But that will change.
So before I got distracted
Wait.
by myself, so we think maybe the plot of that Spider-Man 4 might be it's kind of like there is a bunch of Spider-Man, maybe it's like a mini battle world where it's just Spideys, and it's just like a bunch of them maybe have like the black Spidey suit, the symbiote suit, and this is where Tom Holland doesn't, and this is where he gets that suit, or do you think he's going to get the suit, say, in Doomsday, and then it's going to be like an exploration of what that means for this Spidey to have the symbiote, which will then kick off into.
I think.
Okay. How about this?
Yep.
What do you think of this? Hey?
Show me these apples
Yeah.
He dies at the end of Doomsday.
Whoa, huge.
Stabbed or
again. Disappeared.
No,
Yeah.
like just like
Killed.
full on
Just
killed.
full
Like
on, right.
it'll have to either be a stab wound or like a blast, so he has a
right.
visible hole.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Then the Venom cockroach fix him. And then the start of Spider-Man 4, he's already got the black suit, and he's coming to terms with the fact that he died briefly. I could have tied it in there.
Yeah.
And the afterlife isn't real, and now he's a symbiote Spider-Man, and he doesn't know what to do.
I could see.
And he's 84 years old and raising a 1-year-old son.
Yeah.
Or daughter, can't
And it's
remember.
played by Al Pacino.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man suit, the black suit, made me like this. I can see that being the lead-in, and then because I think this is going to become like a Spider-Verse type sort of movie and story. I wouldn't be surprised he gets the black suit, and then we get Andrew Garfield and sorry, not Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and also a bunch of other Spider-Man coming in and being like, it's bad to have the suit. You're going to change. It's evil. Look what it does to Spider-Man
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's why I think it has to kill him.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens
Bring him back to
in
life. Yeah.
spoilers for the video game Spider-Man 2, but if you were going to play, you've already played it.
Yep.
Peter Parker gets killed in that, and the Venom heals him.
Yeah. Oh well, so he gets
Because then you can't be like, take the suit off straight away. You can't just have Tobey Maguire be like,
Sure.
hey, Tobey Maguire's like, that's Venom. I've killed that man before. He's gonna make you crazy and hit your girlfriend.
But
Yeah.
what about this to tie in Null?
Yeah.
So the other and make it like a Spider-Verse movie. The other Spider-Men are like, hey, and maybe it is a bit of Venom-verse, and we do get some other Venoms or whatever, and they're like, hey,
Okay.
that's gonna send Null to your dimension.
Yeah.
Take it off, and he's like, but I can't. I'll fucking die.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Null
This is
comes
where,
and
I'm thinking as well, if they are going to do Null, which I was surprised that it's actually called Null and not Canal like I originally
I've always
thought.
been calling him Canal,
'Cause,
but
like,
that's
there's
fine.
a K right there. How was I to know it was silent?
Yeah.
We'll come back to names again. If
Exactly.
he was simply just a noise,
just-
he would have been
Nah.
And then I understand what
And
"n" is.
you'd be spelling that with a K,
Yeah.
as in literally just the letter K.
Well, if it was spelled with the letter K, it's a K.
K. Yeah.
And then I would be, I'd be vindicated. But it's not. It's "n."
It's N.
So, so like, Doomsday, whatever, he's dealing with incursions. again, gets the like, something might happen. Maybe he gets shot with a big hole in his chest.
Yeah.
Spider-Man gets like, either the symbiote from the cockroach or a symbiote where that was like in the bar.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like doing biz.
That bar, I believe, is also in Venom again.
Yeah, I think
Keep
it
going,
opens with that, but then there's stuff removed from it too, I've heard.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So Tom Holland gets old Venomed up to make him all healed. And then the second one, in Spider-Man 4, sorry.
Yeah.
That's less about dealing with what's going to happen with the incursions or whatever. It's just more now, now like we're dealing with Null.
Yes.
And so it's like, okay, yeah, Null is going to become a threat now.
Yep.
We've got so many, world-ending events right now, but because of the incursion and all this kind of stuff, which means that Null is a threat to a universe, but because of this, like, the barriers between the universe are thin, he's actually now a threat to the multiverse. So we need to stop him. But because of you've got this Venom thing, and that Venom is from that universe, that Null is coming. You don't have a Null in your universe, but there is one in this, and then we need to stop it. And so it becomes this kind of like, I guess what they did with Carnage in the comics, which was all about trying to get the codexes, which I think is what happens in Venom 3, trying to get all the codexes because that'll make them the big, powerful symbiote.
Okay, how about
Doing
this?
all that resolves, and then we get to break the world or whatever.
What about instead of Null? Maybe what they're actually going to do is make Null Venom, the Sony Spider-Man universe cinematic movies of
Masterpieces.
Spider-Man that
Yeah.
are associated with Marvel, but not Marvel Productions movies.
Yeah.
If they're making Null their Thanos.
Oh, yeah.
Andy Serkis, he's a guy.
Yeah.
Golem.
Oh, is that who plays?
He's Null. Oh, interesting.
So maybe
Did he direct the film?
he directed the second one.
Okay.
Let There Be Carnage. And let me tell you, not a lot of carnage. I mean, there's a lot of carnage the guy, but would I say that it...
Was Carnage?
Yeah.
There's a lot of carnage, the action.
No, it's
Not
a
really.
very much I want to check my phone whilst watching this movie.
That's no good.
Yeah, so they could treat him as like Thanos, so maybe he doesn't pop up in Spider-Man 4, but then he's
the next
coming
threat.
to Earth in, like, I don't know.
What,
I almost called
Craven?
him, I almost called him Roman, but that's Al Pacino's toddler's name.
You're thinking Craven.
Well, no, like he doesn't come in Craven, but like that universe is building towards fighting Null.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've made 3 Venom movies with the death of Venom. Spoilers, I know whoops.
Yeah.
He's back. He's not actually dead. Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if because they're going to bring Venom back, presumably. So if
Maybe
it's all just
not
going to
as-
come into a big event, they're like really falling over themselves to get to this big.
I guess,
Event.
could
Yeah.
It'd be very strange to have like this, what it would arguably be their
Morbius.
idea of the Sinister Six fighting Null.
Yeah.
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 But
Cool.
that's because it'll be
Okay,
Morbius,
awesome, sure.
Vulture,
Yeah.
Venom.
Old man, not an old man, a goo.
Who is this awesome superhero called Old Man?
Well, like, Leto, the old guy.
Oh, right. That's what you mean. It is a lot of old man.
Jared Leto is not that old.
He's like in his 50s.
Something, right?
Yeah. He's probably 55.
Yeah.
I'm
Look,
pretty sure.
He's 52.
That's old. Yeah.
okay, vampire, old bird.
Old Bird, Madam Web,
Madam Web.
No, because Madam Web said in the 90s.
old woman.
Old
She'll be
woman.
old by now.
Yeah.
No, it'll probably be
And
the
all-
Spider.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
See,
The spider
okay.
ladies, led
How-
by a blind old lady.
If Sony hit their jackpot here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
face attack, you just hit the jackpot, etc.
Yeah. Yeah,
References,
yeah.
I get them.
You're
Yeah,
across
yeah,
it, dude.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
Johnny Comics.
If they have good contracts and a legal team that means that when you're signing people on, it's for more than one movie, they should be full steam ahead on a Sydney Sweeney Spider-Man movie.
yeah. True.
You got Sydney Sweeney at the right time before she like blew up. Put her in another fucking movie.
I reckon they're just so scared by all of the
Yeah.
the Marvel contract shit that they're like,
Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. And then, 2 weeks later, the MCU puts out, our Spider
yeah.
Woman, but
hey, we've
good.
got her too, kind of. So
Yeah.
she's kind of one of our guys too.
Sydney Sweeney doesn't have heaps going on at the moment. She just got really ripped for a film.
That's awesome. She's probably perfect to go in a superhero movie then. To be honest,
Again.
yeah.
Yeah, again. This time good?
Yeah, maybe.
So there you go. All the
Maybe Sydney Sweeney's in Spider-Man
Yeah.
4 and then
Yeah.
just fuck it, crossovers with characters that you don't... Because here's the thing, Marvel's learned that, hey, if you bring back guys that you hated in the past, you're just excited
You
to
love
see a
them
guy
now,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and plus then we'll get Adam Scott.
Oh,
His
yeah.
Uncle Ben. Maybe he's the Uncle Ben that we see get shot or whatever. Hit by a
True.
car, maybe.
That would be
Yeah.
insane. Is if in Spider-Man 4 there's no reference to the Sonyverse anywhere except that there's a flashback to Uncle Ben getting shot and it's Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Just like they look at Tom Holland. Tom Holland has a bit of a think.
Yeah.
And it's Adam Scott. Just, ooh!
Oh my guts! He gets
Yeah.
shot in the guts.
Yeah.
Oh.
And instead, the event was that Spider-Man could have webbed him up, but was scared.
Yeah.
He was Spider-Man at the time.
Dude.
He was like, "Oh my God,
Web me up,
Spider-Man,
web
web
me
me up,
up."
web my guns back together." He's like, "Oh,
With great guts comes good webbing.
Oh, I'm dead. You killed me.
Yeah.
You killed me, you son of a bitch.
the new
I hated your mother.
the new Sydney Sweeney movie where she got ripped for it is directed by the guy who made Animal Kingdom and The Rover. So maybe they could bring The Rover or someone from Animal Kingdom into the MCU as well.
Okay, all right. Okay.
All
We're
great
making movies, baby, and
ideas.
memories.
Yeah.
I think my theory is that it is going to be at the end of Doomsday. Peter Parker gets the black suit, and then he goes into in Spider-Man 4. It's a Spider-Verse movie where all of the Spider-Men that we've come to know and love from all the different movies, and probably they'll have to figure out some new ones too. I don't know.
Yeah.
They come into that movie and they say, "Hey, man, you can't have that black suit because Null's gonna get you."
Yep.
And then they have a Spider-Verse adventure against Null.
Yeah. Because it
And
could
that'll
just be
it.
like again, like the Spider-Verse, like the 2, I guess, the film, where it's Spidey, 2099 coming in being like, this is a canon event, stop it. But like something similar to that, like a Spider Society coming in and being like, what you've done now, because that's symbiote, because if it is like, from a different
dimension,
that's now a beacon.
Yeah.
Null is powerful. We don't want that Null to come into this universe and teaming up with your Null.
Absolutely.
Or like whatever the hell it is.
You could
There's
honestly-
too many Nulls right now.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You could-
You got to give me the suit.
What about
me
this?
this.
Frickin' Tom Hardy's Venom is like, I need all the codexes.
Yeah.
And you've got a Venom on you. So I've got to come and it's a Spider-Man v Venom movie.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that because I'm fairly sure Venom's whole thing was he wanted to destroy the Codex.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Well,
hey,
then whatever. I still think Tom Hardy's Venom's probably going to be in it. I think it's just like you're running out of cameos that people are going to care about in a Spider-Man movie. And I think you can only do Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield so many times before people are like, that's not new anymore. I don't care. So you got to...
Or they just like get, I don't know, Willem Dafoe and they slap a symbiote on him and they look, it's Gobbo Venom.
That's true. And Willem Dafoe doesn't know. He can just record his voice. He can be there for 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Screen cap his face and be like, look, and that's been venomized.
Yeah, exactly. Spooky. It's
Well,
Venom Goblin.
Okay, let's find out how much stuff has Willem Dafoe got going on at the moment. Can he do another Spider-Man movie where he'll get all the money in the world? Where's
Sure.
You
the...
got him for a weekend, right?
Yeah, exactly. Get him for one afternoon. Use AI scan his face or whatever. Fucking.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. Whatever. CGI. In fact, we're going to use like.
Well, he's
footage,
doing a lot of movies.
Yeah, footage from like, I don't know, the unused from No Way Home. We're going to just shoehorn that in. There we go.
There you go. Yeah,
thanks,
whatever.
Thanks, Willem. Here's some money.
Thanks for $1 billion
Based
bucks.
on the amount of movies that Willem Dafoe is doing of recent, my boy needs some money.
Yeah.
And what a perfect way to get money.
Yeah,
Starring in
exactly.
your very own Spider-Man 4.
He's in the Robert Eggers Nosferatu film, which makes sense because him and Robert Eggers love each other.
That's nice.
He's in the fantasy adventure film The Legend of Ochi,
Okay.
which stars
Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, I saw a trailer for that. That looks nice.
stars Stranger Things guy,
Yeah. Does.
girl from System Crusher. That's a
Sure.
fucked up movie.
Okay.
Okay.
And Emily Watson,
Looks cool.
famous
Yeah.
person.
Nice.
Is that Yoda? No.
I don't reckon.
And then he's also in another movie called The Man in My Basement and and the new Wes Anderson film.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Having fun.
Well, he could be in Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's in
Whatever.
Saturday Night, the SNL movie. What's he doing in
he-
there?
The thing about him is he'll kind of be in any movie. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like judicious with what
Once
he
again,
picks.
hey man, acting is a job.
Yeah,
Sometimes you're like, I want to do this thing because maybe it's artistic integrity.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to own a house.
Yeah, I'd like to buy a new super yacht or whatever.
Oh, he's in Justice League as well. I forgot about that.
Who the hell is he in Justice
What?
League?
Volko.
Yeah, the guy, he's a water boy.
He's Volker.
Oh,
water guy.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, he's
He
like
is Volko.
Yeah, he's like the dude from the water who's like, I know
Yeah.
your dad or mom.
He's like the water king. Isn't he also in the Aquaman movies too?
Yeah.
He's
That's crazy.
Yeah,
See?
he's like an advisor to the water queen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Movies are
Done
cool.
So many movies recently.
Yeah.
He's in the Death Note movie.
Really? Does he play the
Does he play the book?
He plays the monster.
Oh yeah.
makes
That's what
sense.
I was. That makes more sense than the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Willem Dafoe confirmed because our boy needs money.
Yeah.
He wants to buy another house. What's his net worth?
He'd be being in movies, dude. He's probably worth more than me.
40 mil.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's actually less than I thought.
Yeah, me too. That is more than me, though.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Yeah.
And it's 100 million more than Edward Norton. Suck shit.
No, 100 million less than.
Oh, whoa, no. What the hell?
Norton doing all right.
Willem
Norton's doing
Dafoe
great.
worth 40 million. Edward Norton worth 300 million. Wes Anderson 50 million. Well, that makes sense. He's directing a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't something worth 70 million? This
You want to
seems
be
wrong.
in a world of Wes Anderson's, you want to be Edward Norton. That's what I'm
Luke
hearing.
Wilson is allegedly worth more money than Willem Dafoe.
Well, maybe he made good business decisions. I don't know.
Okay, good. Andrew Wilson's net worth is only $2 million, and all is right in the world once more. Spider-Man 4 is going to be good. Venom 4 that they're inevitably going to make. It's going to be great. Null's coming. Spider-Man 4 is not going to be grounded.
Yeah.
Doomsday and Secret Wars, they're coming up real fast. But also looking at the release date of Secret Wars and seeing 2027 makes me feel like that movie is so far in the future for me that
It might as well not be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you think that, maybe like I got an idea of how they could make a grounded Spider-Man 4, well, let us know, and you can let us know by emailing us in at the wonderful email address that I'm definitely remember that I'm not just pulling up and vamping for time to be like, why isn't it there on my lap? bsboyspod@gmail.com. That's right. It's
bsboyspod@gmail.com.
where you can be like, hey, I got a brilliant idea
Yeah.
of a very grounded Spider-Man
This
4
is-
after the events of
Yeah,
Doomsday.
this is how we can do a grounded movie
Yeah.
in between two absolutely not
Exactly.
grounded movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can ask us any kind of wonderful question, like
We're
Thomas
open
here,
books, dude.
who's like, hi, BS boys.
what did you say to me, Thomas?
I'll kill you. Which of the people who has been on the Plumbing the Death Star podcast do you think would give you the best haircut? This also includes the people
God really
you are
said
sat
that.
next to.
Okay. Yeah. Best haircut.
Best haircut.
Now,
I've seen Cass cut her hair multiple times. No, she's usually happy with the results.
Okay.
But she does cut her hair, then immediately cut her hair again, and then maybe cut her hair a third and fourth time and progressively get less and less happy with her work. So not Cass.
Yeah, I was going to say, to cut one's hair, I feel like you need to have a plan going
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And she's not a
Zoe-
planner.
you can't freestyle it.
Zoe cuts their own hair
Yeah.
sometimes, I think.
Works out for them. I want to say Matt Stewart because I think he'd have just such a good time. You know, I think he'd just have a blast getting in there. And he wouldn't know what he was doing, but he'd just have like a good time.
I'm picking Dan Schreiber, mostly to remind you that QI's very own Dan Schreiber listens to Plumbing the Death Star. And by QI, I mean QI's podcast. There's no such thing as a fish.
Yeah,
Shout out
he's
Dan
one of them.
Schreiber.
He'd cut my hair, I reckon.
Yeah, he'd do it great, dude. He'd be shocked at the request, but then I think he'd get into it.
Yeah.
You know?
I might also think of another dude go Warner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Dave Warneke.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know why. I think he's got steady hands.
Yeah, he does have steady hands.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
this
agree.
about Dave. I don't know. I'm just gonna make this like this little bold speculation.
imagine Dave,
this little claim
steady
here,
hand Dave.
But I think he'd be very good at cricket, and I think he'd be a good
Interesting.
wicket keeper.
Interesting.
And for some reason, I'm like steady hands, and for some reason, I'm like that will cut my hair good.
Interesting.
Like most wicket keepers, I feel.
Adam Gilchrist would give
Adam
her one
Gilchrist.
hell of a
Who
haircut.
was before him? Ian Heatley? No, Ian
Healy?
Healy.
Yeah.
I reckon. Yeah.
Incredible haircut.
Incredible haircut. All of
Yeah.
them. Every single one.
That's very interesting.
If you're a wicket
Shane
keeper,
Warne is my dream Plumbing the Death Star guest.
alas, we have to do a seance. But unfortunately,
There is no afterlife, though, so yeah.
That's confirmed.
He's
by
just gone.
So,
Oh, no.
yeah.
That's really sad.
That is really, really
it's
sad.
a real bummer, dude.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Maybe the married couple from Funhouse as well. Again, just a reminder
Yeah.
that they did Plumbing the Death Star.
What,
A live
are
show,
you getting a
actually.
duo cut?
Yeah. They can have one side each.
Seems dangerous.
James and Elise.
Seems like a dangerous way to get your hair cut, but who might have judged, you know?
And it's because I reckon this will be the last question from
Okay.
Michael, who has asked.
Michael,
so sorry.
Mike.
Like Mike.
Like Mike, but you did also, for some reason, not like sign off Michael. You signed off Sir Leopold.
Okay.
How do puppets work in Toy Story? Will this be addressed in Toy Story 5?
Yes.
They're the
and
same.
Exactly the same.
It's just like a toy.
You know, so Puppet Master works in the same way that, like, picking up an unconscious body works. You can do it. It's just
I mean, I would have.
you're just manipulating a guy.
I would have been like, in Toy Story, you pick up an action figure. And
I
you
don't
just,
think he was referring
like-
to how do people use puppets if they're alive.
so, you pick up a toy.
Oh, yeah, and play with it.
And
Yeah.
look, I was good. I'm going to pick up our Aquaman
Oh,
little
yeah, and
toy.
toys
and I
like
play
it.
with
Yeah.
it.
Sir
and they love it.
Leopold, Leo,
And then they're like,
Bobby.
Yeah.
And
Did
then
you watch the
Then I
movie?
close my eyes and I go away, and he's like, pops up. He's like, "Oh,
I love getting
being
played with."
Yeah, he does
So
love getting
Yeah.
instead of me just playing around with, if imagine I had strings.
Yeah.
Same,
thing.
concept, right?
Same
puppets
thing.
Puppets are just
Toys again.
literally toys with extra strings.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. That's
So,
it. Same
yeah,
with like hand puppets as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I guess disregard the unconscious body thing.
Yeah.
Because toys like being played with.
Well,
and
isn't
yeah.
that every toy? It's kind of like a picking
Yeah.
up an unconscious
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
I think a hand puppet would be a really scary puppet to see alive because it would
Is it
just
floppy?
crawl. It's kind of like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Would it try and get something in it so that it could like have some
Sit up.
structure?
I reckon it would team up with a bowl. Sit on a
Nice.
ball so it can bounce.
Yeah. Because the ball can't communicate, which is sad for the ball.
Yeah, ball have no
Actually,
mouth.
balls aren't alive.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a ball, yet I must scream.
I mean, if I was a puppet, you'd go with like, hand puppet.
Yeah.
You'd kind of go like the Venom route, where you'd try and symbiote
Onto
like,
another toy,
another
like a teddy
toy.
bear or something that
I
was
was
the right
yeah,
size.
Yeah, or like just Woody. You just like
Oh, okay.
engulf him and say like, now move me. I want to see what's in the fridge.
Scary.
Woody.
I want to eat the head, Woody.
I don't like
Venom
Zammits.
loves to eat heads.
Yeah, obviously that's scary, a puppet and a toy trying to eat heads.
Yeah.
But I'm also coming home to my fridge opener and a hand puppet trying to eat my sausages. Unsettling.
It's
Oh,
a
just
hand,
look
yeah,
at
it's just a hand puppet on Woody looking at the fridge, being like,
That's
"Nah."
more unsettling because I'm like, he doesn't know what to do, but he knows he wants to do something. Sausages are good though.
Yeah.
I must agree.
Looking at a grape. I don't understand. Woody, what is this? I can't see. You're over
Woody
my
doesn't know
eyes.
what grapes are either.
Woody knows what grapes are.
Why? Why would he know
Why would
that?
you know what a grape is?
Because
Grapes aren't going to come up and play, and he's not allowed in the kitchen.
toys, there's like fruit baskets and shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A toy grape.
Yeah, there's toy grapes. Dollhouses have food.
Yeah, I
He's
suppose.
like, oh, what'd you get for Christmas?
In fact, a thing
I got a
of
toy grape.
Toy grape.
like a thing
Ah,
of
it
grapes, like a
sucks.
grapevine is like a classic toy. Like when you're
Yeah,
just
that's
putting
true,
food,
actually.
random food items.
To make a toy fruit bowl look right,
Oh,
you did
sweet,
need to
I got a
put
toy
grape.
fruit bowl.
No,
Yay.
it's an accessory.
Well, it's for-
I
It's for a
can't
doll
wait to
or
play
something.
with my
Also,
toy fruit.
Kids are fucked. Like
Yeah,
they'll
fair.
get an oven and be like, "This is the fucking best day of my life, brother." Every house has an oven.
Yeah, it's not exciting.
Grow up.
They're trying.
Yeah,
In fact,
They're trying to do it early, dude. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I concede Woody probably knows what a grape
yeah.
is.
Woody would know what most foods are.
But how does the grape know what it is?
What do you mean? How's a
Well,
grape
the
know what it
is
is?
sentient or alive.
Like
Yeah,
it's
okay.
the ball situation.
So when Woody, if the
if
grapes,
the toy doesn't have a
if
face,
the
it's
grape's
not alive.
yeah.
Wait,
When Woody,
the toy grape or the or a
well,
grape
a real grape is alive in a
but-
way.
But but a real grape don't know what.
But don't worry about real grapes.
I was talking about toy grape.
Woody the
Okay.
doll.
Woody the doll. I'm here.
He looks. He's sitting, chilling out with the other toys.
Yep.
It's Christmas time. Say somebody's got a toy grapes.
Yep.
Yeah.
The kids leave. Woody looks at that. How does he go? Oh, that's grapes.
I think
he
he
probably
just
goes,
says-
"What the hell is that?"
Well, toys. Also,
What does a toy grape try to?
What the
can
fuck
it
is
speak?
this?
Well, the toy grape can't speak because it's got no mouth.
It's not real. It's not alive.
yeah,
it's
but
just
also,
grapes.
Woody, the toys constantly show that they just have like a full awareness of the fact that they are toys and they know what real life things are.
Yeah,
like
I
they know what a
know.
fucking car is and how the car
I guess
works.
they're looking out the
that.
window, and also probably because Woody gets put in a toy car and driven around, and the little kid says, "Woody's in a toy car right now."
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
maybe
the
when the
fucking-
kid's like, "Woody, eat these grapes,"
Yeah,
he in his head
smooshing.
lying there, he's like, "Oh, they're grapes."
They fucking
But he doesn't know what grapes are. He just knows what they're called.
Yeah.
watched TV and shit.
He probably would have seen grapes if he's seen grapes on TV and he looks at the grapes in the ground, he goes, "Oh."
Also, a lot of toys.
That's grapes.
Yeah, like Woody knows grapes. I will die on this hill.
I don't know. I think he has to be taught grapes.
Woody comes out of the box knowing grapes. Because Woody from Woody's Roundup probably knows grapes.
Okay.
There's no grapes in cowboy time.
Well, if you're a
Why
kid
not?
and you're a lunchbox,
Hard to get him out there on the frontier.
put
Yeah.
your Woody in your lunchbox. Maybe there's a handful of grapes in there.
But he's not going to know the grapes. He's just going to be like, what are these balls?
Yeah, I guess.
He doesn't know what
But then
grapes are.
eventually,
Grapes
Who's
made it.
telling him?
Grapes made it to America in 1692.
To the frontier? Or on the hoity-toity,
Also, I said
hoi-polloi
six-
East Coast?
I said 1692, but actually it's 1629. And yeah, because grapes make wine.
The wine probably made it to the
Yeah, but
West.
wine grapes.
Woody knows what
Does
wine
Woody
is.
know what wine is?
Well, they're not showing wine in Woody's Roundup.
I don't know. I don't think Woody knows what wine is.
Woody might know what whiskey is. He probably knows what a bar is, but he
No,
doesn't know what you do there.
I don't know if he knows what whiskey is, depending on how accurate their cowboys
Well,
are.
yeah.
Is it going to be like, give me a shot of milk or whatever?
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know?
Yeah, it's a kid's show.
It's a kid's show.
They're not showing wine in a
Or
kid's
whiskey.
show. Yeah.
He
You don't
has
know what
a
wine is.
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woody's Roundup is one of those old TV shows where
Yeah.
anything
You think
goes.
they're showing Woody getting loaded? Shooting off his little toy pistol?
Doesn't
Yeah.
he get drunk in... Oh no, Buzz gets drunk.
Buzz gets drunk.
Buzz knows what
Buzz
wine
knows what
is,
wine
but
is.
only through experimentation.
Yeah, exactly.
He probably didn't know what it was
Yeah.
first.
I will die.
He's
Go to my
got-
grave.
Yeah, he's Buzz's future knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows what future drinks are.
Yeah, he probably doesn't know what wine is either. He knows what space wine
Holy
is.
shit, Woody's
Yeah.
Roundup showed from 1949 to 1957. That's way older than I thought it was.
Yeah.
They're drinking in Woody's Roundup if that's when it's on TV. Mickey Mouse is smoking cigarettes in that era.
Yeah, you can smoke a cigarette.
You can smoke a
We're not saying Woody doesn't know what a cigarette is.
Trying to find Mickey Mouse smoking cigarettes.
No, I'm trying to find Mickey Mouse
Mickey
drunk.
Mouse, yeah, does Mickey Mouse drink?
They ever show
Ooh,
Mickey
wait.
Mouse drinking?
Do they ever? What films are there? No, wait. Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Don't they get him drunk and make him a mule?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Woody knows what wine is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still
Maybe
on
not
the
wine,
fence.
yeah. You might know what alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think wine is like a pretty classic.
I don't think they're drinking wine on Woody's Roundup.
I don't think so either.
I think and so he would only learn about grapes from
A toy
There's
grape.
also grapes in North America. Like, as
Yeah.
in, they're native to North
on the
America.
frontier where the cowboys are.
They're probably fucking sending wine there.
Yeah, wine exactly. But Woody's not a real cowboy.
Yeah. I can't imagine them making a film in the 40s and 50s or,
Yeah.
or like a puppet show where Woody's drinking wine.
I can't picture that. I can
can't.
picture him shot in a
Maybe-
whiskey.
And they say it's something like, cordial,
Yeah.
hard cordial, milk.
Exactly.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Can't imagine wine.
Or even just him drinking out of a thing that's got 4 X's on the side.
Things I can imagine Woody eating
Yeah.
as a puppet. Bread,
Yeah.
a hunk of cheese,
Yes. Maybe
End of list.
maybe
Porridge?
maybe a sausage.
sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. No grapes.
He's not drinking wine.
Maybe an apple if we're going to go with fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you. He might know what an apple is.
Yeah.
He'd know what an apple is.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm giving you that.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd know what a
Don't
grape
think- yeah.
is.
I'm on your side.
I think if he saw a
You've
pile of
convinced me
toy
enough.
grapes on the floor,
Yeah.
he'd say, "What the fuck is this?"
He wouldn't say
What
that.
the
He'd be
fuck
like,
is in the
"Oh,
bedroom
duh,
now?
Would
grapes."
the toy grapes and wiggle and try and be like we're
If they've got a
grapes?
face, yes. If not, because I don't think you ever see it on set like
Yes,
stuff.
you do.
Like
the
what?
crane lady.
Yeah, but she's got human legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Because
What
she
do you
was
mean?
once a doll. She was once a doll with a life, with a personality,
Yeah.
and now she's got a crane on her head. So
Yeah, but the crane is alive. And the
yeah,
crane can
because
do
of the
things.
doll.
So, but there's a toy crane.
Yeah, the toy crane's not doing
So
shit, dude.
So the legs are controlling
The crane, yes.
And because of the magic that is in the legs,
Wine was one of the most popular drinks in the American frontier.
Do you think on Woody's Roundup they're showing him drinking wine?
But we've seen with the fucking toys that it does. If Woody's Roundup set in the frontier,
Yes.
his knowledge of the frontier isn't just fucking. I know who Stinky Pete is.
yeah.
He knows the frontier.
When
knows
does he talk about the frontier?
The whole thing with Woody's it's a plot point in Toy Story 2.
What he says, I remember life in the Old West.
No, the Roundup have exactly the same personalities and like knowledge that the universe.
They have the
fiction.
same personalities. I don't know if it ever
Buzz
establishes.
Lightyear knows space. It's the same shit.
No, if I put Buzz Lightyear in charge of like an Apollo mission, he would fuck it up.
Yeah, it's kind of like, do you know what wine is? Oh, I know what wine is. What is it?
He might know what wine is, but not know what grapes are.
Yeah.
He knows grapes and he drinks wine.
I think we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, dude. I'm
we are gonna
sorry.
have to-
I've done so much research.
I just don't think he knows grapes.
None of it's convinced me.
Yeah.
Wait, so the fact that wine was one of the most popular
Yeah.
drinks in the frontier,
Yes.
that's done
Because
nothing.
we're dealing with two different frontiers. The real frontier and Woody's Roundup's frontier. And then we have to establish that in Woody's Roundup frontier, that if you are a cowboy, if you are a toy of a cowboy on a TV show about the Wild West, that gives you the knowledge, the toy gets the knowledge that the character gets about the Wild
Yeah.
West, and that it's the real Wild West and not a fictional depiction of the Wild West from the 1950s.
Exactly. You're thinking about the tropes. So he would know the tropes.
Yes.
Like that the 40s and 50s thought about the
He
Wild
knows
West.
it's bad to get a snake in your boot.
Exactly.
He knows that there's gold in them nails, probably. Does he know what a grape is? I don't think so.
No.
I think you're very wrong. And all information points to you being wrong, but you refuse to listen because you are an imbecile.
Look. You're using real world facts.
I'm also using what happens in Toy Story. How do they know anything in Toy Story? How do they know how to speak?
That's innate.
That's innate.
Rex the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Learns by watching TV.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, then they know what wine and grapes are from TV. Same thing.
If they've seen grapes on TV and someone said, "This is grapes," yes, I concede.
No, I think it is innate though, because Buzz is like straight out of the box. He knows how to speak and
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
innate.
but he has a mouth and also like a voice
And
thing.
So does Rex. Rex squeaks.
Yeah, but
he's got a mouth.
dinosaurs. So you're saying, okay, because what you're saying is that Woody.
Rex probably doesn't know what a comet is.
No, but you're saying.
He probably, if you said, "What's the Precambrian period or the Jurassic period?"
No.
He
no.
wouldn't know.
What you're saying
Yeah.
is that the toys only have the knowledge that the character they're fictionally
Portraying,
portraying
Yeah.
Yeah, because we see that with Buzz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he thinks his laser's real, but it's
Yeah.
not. He's a big dingus.
He
He's
has
a
to
toy.
learn that.
You got to learn that.
He learns that his
So they would
knowledge
have
is
to
not
learn-
accurate.
In fact, when they're straight out of the box, they would only learn or know what their
character they're depicting
is.
knows, yeah.
That's the magic of
Yeah.
toys.
So, I mean, maybe Rex was taught English.
So maybe Rex comes from a TV show
Yeah.
where they are talking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But
But
otherwise, he would have had to have learned how to spell and read
Exactly.
and speak, because we know he can read because he uses the internet. To talk
yeah, he's talking about the dinos.
Yeah, so again, he needs to be able to,
He needs to pick that up.
To learn,
So
or
unless-
he comes from it, a TV show where there's the talking dinosaur.
Exactly. And Buzz doesn't know. He knows the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command's version of space.
Yeah.
He doesn't know a realistic. He couldn't give you. He couldn't really pilot a spaceship.
No.
So unless in Woody's Roundup they depict a grape, and someone
Yes.
said, and he knows what a grape is in Woody's Roundup, I don't think he knows what a grape is in real life.
Yeah.
You know what? You've convinced me just because I don't care.
Yes.
And the victory for the boy.
Oh yeah, feels good.
Feels good. And on that note, I've been Joe.
I've been Jackson.
And I've also been Joel. Send us photos of Woody eating grapes because I guarantee you there is some.
If you find a photograph of Woody from Woody's Roundup eating grapes, I'll be extremely impressed. Goodbye.
And we've been the BS Boys.
Hey, why is there grapes in this scene? Oh my god, there's grapes in their house. They know what grapes are. Exactly the situation I pitched of there being toy grapes happens in Toy Story.
yeah.
Goodbye.
You're saying innate. Doesn't know grapes innately.
Someone has to explain grapes. Someone has to say, this is grapes, Woody. From Woody's Roundup.